Hey there, welcome back to the Path to Zion podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. We are rediscovering the ancient way here. I've got a question for you just right out of the gate. Let's just get right to it. This is going to be super extra short, if you can believe it. How do you do when you don't get what you want? How do you personally respond when you don't get what you want, when you don't get your way? When there's something you desire, when there's something that you see, when there's something that just doesn't go the way you wish that it would, or more importantly, the way that you think that it should. It's a nice little rhyme there, don't you think? How do you do? How does it go for you when things do not fall in your favor? Well, some do better than others, myself included. Some days, sometimes, some instances, I do a whole lot better than other ones. Example, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 88 degrees. I've been working out in the hot sun since 9 this morning. I'm exhausted. And I had this craving that's very strange for me. I'm not a big sweets guy. I don't drink soda. I don't drink sweet tea. I'm not like ridiculous healthy, but we eat pretty healthy in our house. I drink water. But I had this strange craving for a float. Root beer float, Coke float, man, I don't care. I'm flexible, right? I'm easy to please. Whatever you've got. So, I'm not in the most remote area of where we live, but I'm working about an hour away to the west. No, I was to the east. Where am I? Doesn't really much matter. I was about an hour away from where we live. In an area that's a little more civilized and populated than where I live, but still, not a whole lot going on. But you do have a handful of fast food restaurants. So I decided to go through one. Hey, do y'all have floats? The response was, what? Not, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't understand you, but just welcome to our age of manners and respect in the workplace. What? I said, do you have any floats? Oh, no, sir, we don't. Okay, well, I just left. So I decided, well, I'll drive across the street to the other fast food restaurant. They will surely have them. I wait for my turn in line, somewhat anticipating what I'm about to receive. I pull up to the window. It's my turn. It's a little automated message. You know the drill. Hey there, welcome to my McDonald's. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm so excited that you're in line here. It's so ridiculous. And I just have to add, it's so funny how these pre-recorded drive-through messages, I do drive-through about once a week, but whenever I hear them, the pre-recorded ones are always entertaining. Hi there, welcome to my McDonald's. We're so glad you're here today. Thank you for stopping by. How may we bring pleasure to your life today by anything we have on this extravagant menu to offer you this afternoon? and then the intercom comes on and it's yeah. Can I help you? There's this vast contrast between the two worlds. You're brought back to reality real quick. But the intro is nice. So, the little intro goes, and then a human being comes on to take my personal order, and I said the same thing. Do you have floats? She said, I'm sorry, what? Do you have floats? Do you have a root beer float? There's this pause. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be very simple. So, do you have a Coke float? A float. Oh, no, we don't do those. So I said, well, do you have ice cream? Well, yes. Do you have soda? Yes, sir, we do. And so you can't put those together. No, we can't. So I honked my horn and floored it and took off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. I waited for my turn to get out of the double lane, and I left there. And now I'm driving on the highway, dejected. I wanted a float. And as silly as that seems, and it is, it's lighthearted. We're not talking about sin and the depravity of man. We're talking about practical living, our thoughts. Yeshua was always talking about the heart condition. And I'm just being honest, like, I wanted a root beer float, daggone it. Just like my son looks at something or wants something. Thankfully, we've trained him. He's not a boo-hooer. We don't go into the store and he expects to get something. But, Dad, can we have some dessert? Dad, can I have one of those sweet drinks? You know, and it's always delivered in such sweetness. Hey, Dad, I love you so much, Dad. You're so awesome. Oh, by the way, can I have a cookie? Oh, children, are we any different? I would have said that like that in the line at the fast food restaurant if given the opportunity to know that that would have gotten me a root beer float. And so as I was driving off, and literally I felt my heart begin to want to grumble. Man, I can't believe they wouldn't make that for me. What's wrong with them? Why can't they, just be honest now, why can't they give me what I want? Friends, we're so juvenile. This goes right to what I recorded just this morning about being prepared for what's ahead. Friends, if our life is continually gaining and receiving whatever we want, the literal minute we want it, which is the American way, we're going to have trouble in days ahead. And so as ridiculous as it is, yes, I still see in myself this tendency to put my foot down in my heart and say, I want that. A craving. Natural, fleeting, ridiculous as it may be, real. An opportunity to practice. An opportunity to train myself. You know what, Joel? Just calm down. So you didn't get what you wanted. Big deal. Cruise on down the road. I had an awesome work day. I'm in a fantastic work truck. It's a beautiful day. I'm healthy. I ate lunch. I have water to drink here in my truck. I have a wonderful wife who loves the Lord and loves me and my house. I have an awesome son. I have gifts, abilities, strengths. And I have weaknesses that drive me to my Father. I have places to grow. I have places to mature. My life is awesome. And I'm telling you, friends, as silly as this may sound, and some of you may be getting this and others think I'm being foolish, and that's okay, whatever side you fall on. But I just think it's time for us to practically live scrutinizing our thoughts and our actions and everything about us and what we do, how we respond to anything that we find ourselves within. Constantly checking our emotions, constantly checking our thoughts. Am I consumed and captivated by things above? Sometimes, yes, but not always. Not always. Sometimes I'm distracted. Sometimes I'm just a flat-out grumbler. I would venture to guess you are too. That's okay. As long as we're practicing, training ourselves to set our minds on things above and not on these things down here below. Praying on earth as it is in heaven, begin with me. Begin with me. Empower me, O God, to be changed into the image and likeness of your Son. And then just help me to do my part. Stir in me to do my part. To be found maturing, obedient, content, satisfied. These are valuable days. Valuable days. So friends, how do you do when something doesn't go the way you would like it to? This world is volatile. I mean, it doesn't take long to see stories about people punching people at restaurants, putting fists through drive-through windows, acting like babies, tantrums. We have to be careful we are in no way similar. I don't believe we'll do likewise. If we respond in the natural like that, then man, we have a real problem. We have a real problem. If, in fact, we respond like that. In emotion. When we don't get what we want. May we be okay with that. Let's practice, right? Let's practice just being okay with not getting everything we want when we want it. We'll be all right. We will be okay. So whether it's something grand, something really big, something you think you deserve, or something really small, like you don't get the drink that you want in the drive-thru, or you ordered a large fry and they gave you a small one. How dare they do that to me? Whether it's something great or something small, how are we doing? How are we doing? Let's examine our lives with freedom, free from fear about what we find that maybe is just off. It's just not where it should be. It's okay, as long as we are practicing, training, leaning into the Spirit and what the Spirit is speaking to help us, to teach us all things, to direct us, to respond as spiritual men first. These simple things, in closing, these simple things will mark us. People who are not rattled. People who are not irate when something that they even deserve or paid for or earned is not like it should be. It's okay. It's okay. So let's practice that today. I'm having to practice it right now. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll make it out the other side. There's not a Dairy Queen for over 30 miles away, so I guess I'm just going to have to push through and be strong. Right? So whatever it is for you today, may we pass the test. Let's come out the other side. Just, you know what? It's all right. I'll be fine. And move ahead. So be encouraged today. Be content. Be satisfied. Amen.